Okay, guys, we are here at Fjords again, and this battle was so beautiful tactically that when I looked at the replay, I actually got goosebumps just contemplating what took place here. Because first of all, when I ran XVM with this, it was a 50% game, so both teams were roughly equal according to their algorithm. And the first concept here is what I call shooting through the scout. Now, if you look over there, the T-28 Prot, the IS-2, and the Chiri, Z the Man, Blood Raven 6.6, and the Chiri's called Callus V2. They could have hesitated back there where the SU-122 is, but all three of them as a group went around the corner to engage the ISU-152 and the T-49, and that was my cue to charge through the middle. It's much easier for a scout to do stuff if a intense firefight is going on. It's much less likely that they'll have an opportunity to take a shot at you as you break through. Now, there's the arty in the distance, and up in the corner over there, now I don't use XVM in-game, but it turns out that the WZ-120 up there, Black Widow with all those X's, he's a very good player, and he's up there with the T-29. So, we've lost 3 Tier 8s and a Tier 7. They have lost a Tier 7 and Tier 6. So, we're behind at this stage, but I'm going to change that equation. And for all you scouts out there, this is a perfect demonstration of how, even though you've got a weak tank with a crap gun, you can do stuff to dramatically alter the fortunes of war. So I'm going to hit the space bar here, and I've been spotted. So, and there's the WZ took a shot at me. Now, this is another one, and the T-29 also just shot at me from up there, almost certainly. That was his gun. So a lot of people are saying, why aren't you going over to kill the arty? Why aren't you going over there? Well, that WZ will wipe me out. And I want to start the clock, right? I've done this hundreds of times. And if I can take shots of opportunity over there, I will do so. So I'm starting the clock. I want people to come back and get me. And I'll just switch to the fixed camera here. And I'll take 1, 2, and then move, of course. And then try again. And there's what I was hoping for. Our arty took him out. And I'm going to stay here as long as possible and force people to come back, right? And this is just standard for a scout, and this map is nice because there's cover, so they won't be able to shoot me until they get really close. And I'm preserving my velocity here. Whenever possible, I try to keep going. And for me to hit the help key there, that's sort of dumb. I think it's a reflex. I just do it without even thinking about it. And, who's going to come back? Oh, I should also mention, this was Bribe Guntail's first battle in the IS-6, and he had a great game, and he loves the tank. I persuaded him to get one. I was sick of platooning with his low. The low is awesome, but in a very limited way, right? It's not versatile. So here comes the Super Pershing, and I was so fixated on this guy that I did not notice the T-29 behind me. It's incredible. I didn't notice that until the replay. My aging brain. And there's the SU-152. So my only escape route here, I can take 1 hit, maybe even 2. 3 vehicles came back to get me, and this is where my driving comes in handy, plus the acceleration. And will I get away? Answer is yes. So as far as I'm concerned, that is awesome to draw that many vehicles out of the firefight. And the WZ got killed up there, so that's good as well. And now we're going to go from the sublime to the ridiculous. And looking very carefully at this replay, I'm not really sure what happened here, but we can examine this in minute detail. So this is just standard for me. I get behind and start shooting gold rounds in his soft areas. And watch this there. So I'm going to hit the pause here. I use the F word in relation to that guy. We won this battle, but he did not exactly cover himself with glory. Although I will admit, when I looked at the replay, there could have been some kind of a lag spike or some packet loss, because you could not see his gun pointed at me and the shell coming in my direction. So it could have just been not his fault. I'll even go so far as to say that. But this was an awesome win, and for all, like I said earlier, all the scouts out there, it's very important. When I went through the middle there, I did not tell those guys to engage. They did it on their own, which is awesome. And that's one of the things that the non-scout players have to be aware, that the scout is more effective if they're fighting actively. I don't want players to do stupid things and expose themselves unnecessarily, but it's much better if they're engaged in some way rather than waiting for the scout to do stuff for them. It's a cooperative effort, and all the parts have to be operating together for it to work. And like I said earlier, congratulations to Bribe on his first battle, and I'm sure there's going to be many more in that tank. So it's game over, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video.